Good morning, students. Today also we are going to solve the problem on a reciprocating pump only. And whenever pumps comes, we have to understand what is the pump. So pump is the device which is used to lift the water from the lower level to the higher levels, or from bore wells to the surfaces. These pumps are mainly used. So coming to the problem, today's problem. So a single acting reciprocating pump has its piston diameter 200 mm and stroke 300 mm. Speed of the crank is 60 rpm. The suction and delivery heads are 5 meters and 16 meters respectively. Determine first one discharge and second one theoretical power required to drive the pump of its efficiency 70%. So you have to understood the question clearly. So the values are given for this reciprocating pump, that is piston diameter is given 200 mm and length of the stroke is given 300 mm and speed of the crank is 60 rpm and two heads are given, that is suction head and delivery head. Suction head is 5 meters and delivery head is 16 meters. So immediately we have to write the given values separately. Here the diameter of the piston is 200 mm and values never be considered in mm for these problems. So that is why just converting those values into meters. So 200 mm is equal to 0.2 meters and similarly stroke length equal to 300 mm, that is 0.3 meters. Speed of the pump 60 rpm. Suction head is given 5 meters in meters only, so no need to convert this value. Delivery head is also given in meters, 16 meters, and the efficiency of the pump is given 70%, that is 0.70. So we are asked to find the value discharge of the pump, that is quantity of the flow through this pump we have to find, that is the discharge. So already we have seen the formula for the discharge for the reciprocating pump, that is theoretical discharge for the reciprocating pump is ALN by 60, otherwise you can also call LAN by 60 meter, that units are meter cube per second only. So you can remember this formula, always remember this formula, otherwise it is difficult to do the problem. So very simple formula only, you can easily remember this formula. So ALN by 60, where A is the area of the piston, L is the length of the stroke, N is the number of revolutions of crank. So whether it is per minute or per second. So in the question always he will give per minute only. So revolutions per minute. So to convert to per second, so just we are dividing that value with 60. So A and L gives the volume of the cylinder. So this volume of the cylinder, and N is the number of revolutions per second. Here per second we are considering. So number volume that is considered, and per with respect to time if we consider, that gives the discharge value. So volume of quantity of water discharged per second, that is nothing but the discharge only. So this is the formula, and in this formula the values which are given in this given data, if you clearly observe, length of the stroke is given and number of revolutions are given, but area is not given. But to find the area value, a diameter is given. So the area can be calculated by the formula, that is area is equal to pi by 4 d square, that is the general formula only for the circular sections. So substituting the value of diameter of this piston in this formula, you will get the area of the piston is equal to 0.03 and unit is meter square. So 0.03 meter square of area of the piston. Now all the values are readily available: area of the piston, length of the stroke, and number of revolutions. Just substitute all the values here in this formula: area value and length of the stroke and number of revolutions by 60, that gives the discharge, that is theoretical discharge only. So this discharge is theoretical discharge 0.009 meter cube per second. So that is whatever he asked, the discharge, that is the theoretical discharge only. So you got this one. And next he asked to find the value of theoretical power required so that the pump can get the give the efficiency of 70%. So to get the 70% of efficiency by this pump, what is the power that we can supply to this pump so that it will give the discharge of this much. To give this much of discharge, what power can be supplied to this one so that the efficiency of the pump may be up to 70%. That we have to find. So go for the formula, that is theoretical power required. So or power required. So we know that for efficiency, to find the efficiency, so simply efficiency equal to, we can say that output by input. Simply efficiency equal to output by input. So output is the, here in case of this efficiency of the, to get the efficiency of this reciprocating pump, output is water lifted by this pump is the output, or work done by this pump and the water gives the output. And what is the input means the power supplied to this pump in order to lift the water, that is the input. So efficiency equal to output by input. So efficiency we have to find, he is asked to find the power input that is given to that one. So take this parameter to left side and this one to right side. So input power supplied to that are required to pump is equal to output by efficiency. So this will become the power required is equal to output power by efficiency. So based on this concept, we are writing here power required is equal to output power or work done by this pump and the water is equal to WQHS plus HD. So we know that just WQH equal to work done by the on the water, and HS and HD are given, that is suction head and delivery head. So suction head is nothing but the height from the water level, from the sump level to the center of the pump is the suction head. So that is the suction head, and delivery head is the center of this pump to the height of the water level that is lifted from this pump. So that is the delivery head, up to what height the water is lifted from the center only, that is the delivery head. So sum of these two heads gives the total head, that is simply a manometric head. So total height lifted by this pump, that is the head. So you have to consider that total head only, that is sum of the suction plus delivery heads. So finally WQH, H equal to HS plus HD by efficiency. So from this formula only we are considering this value. So where W equal to specific weight of the water, specific weight of this water, Q equal to flow rate through the pump, Q equal to flow rate through the pump, and how much height or how much what is the level that is lifted by the pump. So that is the manometric head we are considering. This is the output power of this pump by the efficiency. So finally this will output by efficiency give the power required to the pump. So P equal to specific weight of the water is 9810 Newton per meter cube. Here considering Newton per meter cube only. 9810 is the specific weight of the water. Q, that is the theoretical power, because he is asked to find the value of theoretical power. So you put to only theoretical discharge only. So theoretical discharge Q equal to 0.009 and head value is sum of these two values 5 plus 16 by efficiency 0.70. So that will give the value 26487 watts. So because the unit for this power is watts only. So you may convert this value into kilowatts by dividing this total value with 1000. You will get the power value in kilowatts. So this conversion may be required or may not be. Just you put the watts or kilowatts, no problem. But the finally the power required, theoretical power required is equal to 26487 watts. Otherwise you can also say 2.64 kilowatts. So in this way you have to solve the problems easily. So always consider that this pump is in a cylindrical section only, and the piston which is moving inside this one is also in the disc shape or that is circular shape. So you have to find the area by using the circular area formula only. So this is the problem for this day. Thank you.